Referee just getting ready to throw in the ball. Jim O'Donnell has not come out for Limerick in the second half. Tom Ryan has come on at right half back. Sean Foley has gone centre half back, and Phil Bennett left half back. And from the throw-in, the ball goes off the referee. So he decides, quite rightly, that he'll hop the ball. And from this throw-in, Seamus Hogan to Mick Rhodes, first timing it, playing from right to left, the Tipperary man, and Francis O'Connor under the ball, going in there. John Flanagan gets it, turns around and round, but no. The referee has blown his whistle. John Flanagan in possession, turned round and round, but as he did so, it wasn't that he turned, it was that he was spun. And there is, instead of a point for Tip, a free. A free in front of the goal. It will be taken by Francis O'Connor, and the way things have been going with Francis today, this is as good as a point. He already has scored 2 goals and 4 points. Make that 2 goals and 5 as he sends that one over for a point for Tipperary after less than 1 minute of play. And the score now, Tipperary leading with the score 2 goals and 10 points to 3 goals and 2 points for Limerick. No breeze. Seamus Hogan waiting for the retrieving of the ball from behind the goal. This has now been accomplished, and here he comes. In fact, he tips it over to Pat Hartigan. It's Pat Hartigan who takes the puck out down towards Bernie Hartigan. There's switches in the half-forward line for the Limerick men as well, but it's Noel O'Dwyer who has the ball now. And Noel with the ball, right-handed across to the far side. Jim O'Brien goes through with John Flanagan, and Bab Keating gone across the far side, being chased by Willie Moore. Jim O'Brien has gone back for Limerick. He's got it about 20 yards from his own goal, sends it upfield. Coming out for Jimmy Crampton. Jimmy Crampton in now to Seamus Hogan. Seamus Hogan with the ball now for Tip. Sending it high in towards the goal. Jim O'Brien puts his hand up 10 yards from his own goal. The ball deflected from his stick just as he was going to hit it by an incoming John Flanagan, and it went off the Tip man, flicking it away out over the line and wide. And a murmur of almost pushed excitement there as that ball almost was deflected to the goal. Pat Hartigan taking the puck out in the second half. Down 70 yards from the Tip goal. Bernie Hartigan with it. Bernie, who hasn't got going really in this game today so far, gets the ball up to Liam O'Donoghue across to Eamon Grimes. Eamon Grimes tussling for it with Jimmy Crampton. Eamon, who's gone into the half-forward line, by the way. Eamon now all alone with the ball, but not alone very much longer as Mick Rhodes comes thundering in, knocks away his stick, comes away with the ball, and here comes Mick Rhodes into the centre of the field, tapping the ball upfield. Tom Ryan brings it down for Limerick. Coming across on the far side is Francis Loughnane. Francis Loughnane is fouled by a chop there. The referee says, no, you shouldn't do that. And there is a free in for Tipperary, and it is about 60 yards out from the Limerick goal. And Seamus Hogan coming up to take it. Seamus, who has scored 1 point so far in the game, in front of the goal now, 60 yards out. Could this be number 2? 2-10 to 3-2, the score. Tipperary leading. It's high, and it is number 2. Seamus Hogan, the scorer, increasing the Tipperary lead now to 2 goals and 11 points to Limerick, 3 goals and 2. That's 17 points for Tipperary, 11 points for Limerick. And Pat Hartigan with another long puck out. Bernie Hartigan has moved into the centre of the field, by the way, with Eamon Grimes pulling on that ball out on the wing, up to Moss Dowling. Moss Dowling getting it across this side. Frankie Nolan trying to get back to it. Back there is Jim Fogarty. And hope springs eternal. Seamus Hogan was getting ready to take that one for Tip. This line ball taken by Bernie Hartigan, a shortish one. Liam O'Donoghue with the ball, putting inside, now coming up along this wing, gets it to Bernie Hartigan. Bernie Hartigan, 21 yards out, belts the ball in. It goes off Len Gaynor's chest, deflected out for a 70. 2-11 to 3-2, Tip leading. 5 minutes of the second half gone. Sean Foley to take this one. Sean, who has moved in at centre half back, lifts it, sends it high, and it's curling out to the left, but it's dropping short. It's in just outside the parallel ground. Phil Bennett, Richie Bennett across the goal! It's a goal! Frankie Nolan, the scorer. Richie Bennett keeping it in play, very cleverly sending it across the goal, and Frankie Nolan crashing it into the net. And now the score is Tipperary 2-11, Limerick 4-2. That is 17 points to 14 in favour of Tip. And here comes Tip again. John Flanagan puts his hand up. Ball knocked away from it. Bill Bennett out to this side of the field. Eamon Grimes, who seems to be everywhere. 50 yards from his own goal. Out to the far side now. Moss Dowling pulls on it. First time hurling. Across into the centre. The ball flicked out by Ned Ray out to the far side. Getting it out there is Jim Fogarty for Tip. He's bottled up. Frankie Nolan is in there. And the referee has blown his whistle and dramatically signalling a free out for Tip from their own 21-yard line. 6 minutes gone, second half. And goalkeeper Tyke Murphy coming out to take the free from just outside his own 21, and it's a long one. Away up the field, dropping 30 yards out from the Limerick goal. Babs Keating getting it on his toe into his hand. Looks to the right, then to the left, sends a lovely ball in, and a lovely point for Babs. And the man who said, whoever he might have been, that Babs Keating was a thing of the past, let him bow his head in shame, because Babs is having one of those many games of his life today. He's got all the touch and all the versatility and all the artistry that's marked his hurling through the years with the scores that he's got today. 2-12 to 4-2 in favour of Tip. Stalemate in the centre of the field, settling the stalemate and getting the ball onto his stick is Bernie Hartigan. Up to Moss Dowling. He's got the ball in his hand. He's on the 21. He takes his shot and he's sent it wide. The build-up and then the crash. And that's been the story of so many movements by both teams today. Moss Dowling, by the way, top of the left. Eamon Cregan, left half forward. Richie Bennett, centre half forward. And another ball gone. At half-time, there was a call over the loudspeakers, would somebody please deliver a half a dozen hurling balls to the officials on the sideline, because they may be wanted in the second half. And if ever there was an invitation to a crowd to knock off hurling balls, that was it. And Ned Ray walks in and hands the ball to Tyke Murphy, and this, for some reason, gains a round of applause. Took out by Tyke Murphy into the centre of the field. Pulled on first time by Jimmy Crampton. Out to this side. Ball gone back. Tommy Ryan gone back. Gone back to it too is Willie Moore. Willie Moore playing at right full back. Up along the wing. Nicely tipped in by Liam O'Donoghue. Out to the far side of the field. Eamon Cregan isn't there. Jimmy Crampton is. Eamon Cregan is there now. The stalemate as the ball breaks between them. Moss Dowling racing out the far side from that broken ball. Out there too is Jim Fogarty. Jim Fogarty hooshes Liam's side, but getting the ball is Eamon Grimes. Eamon Grimes a high one in towards the goal. And Ned Ray's got the ball in his hand. Outside the parallelogram. He takes his shot. The shot is blocked down by John Kelly. The ball's come back in and it's in the net. Eamon Cregan the scorer. The ball hopping harmlessly in front of the goal, and Eamon Cregan tapping it to the net, and the score is now 18 points to 17. That is 2 goals and 12 points for Tip, 5 goals and 2 for Limerick, 18 points to 17, 1 point between them, 9 minutes gone in the second half. I don't know who wrote the script, but he's a good script writer. Ball out over the sideline, far side of the field, about 40 yards out from the Tip goal. Jim O'Brien to take the line ball for Limerick, which he cuts high into the centre of the field. Jumping up for it, football style. Sean Foley catching it hurling style and belting it hurling style. Sean Foley to Liam O'Donoghue. Liam O'Donoghue to Moss Dowling. Moss Dowling bringing the ball out this side of the field. Sending the ball into the centre. Grabbed there by John Gleeson. John Gleeson up the centre to Seamus Hogan. Seamus Hogan right through the centre and running onto it now. Babs Keating also running onto it. Willie Moore. Babs is beaten this time, but the referee blows his whistle and awards a free from about 70 yards out. And the boo that you hear now is a reverse of the handing of a hurling ball a moment ago by a Limerick man. Seamus Hogan heading the ball away in his disappointment that he wasn't getting the free, that the free in fact is for Limerick. Referee Mick Slattery on the spot saw something that most people didn't. John Foley's free is the shortish one. And Seamus Hogan appealing that his ball, his hurley was knocked away from his hand as the ball goes right in towards the goal mouth. There's a tussle in front of the goal. Six is swinging. Up goes the ball to the far side. Tug O'Connor's got it on his stick. Racing out after him is Moss Dowling. And the ball from Tyke O'Connor sent 70 yards up the field, tapped down to the waiting Sean Foley. Sean Foley through the centre, pulled on first time by Liam O'Donoghue to Richie Bennett. Richie Bennett high and over the bar. The sides are level, but the sides are level. 2-11 for Tip, 5-3 for Limerick, but Tadhg Murphy, the Tipperary goalkeeper, is stretched in the back of the net. Referee Mick Slattery gone down to see what happened to him in there. The ball was going high up in the air, and the referee having a word with Ned Ray, the Limerick full forward. But Tadhg is up now. He's up now, he's taking the puck out. He doesn't seem to have been quite as badly hurt as it appeared when he was stretched in the back of the goal. The score 5-3 to 2-12. 5-3 for Limerick, 2-12 for Tipperary. Ball out now, 30 yards out, 40 yards out it is on the far side of the field. 40 yards out from the Limerick goal. A high ball across. Babs Keating falls in front of the goal. Roger Ryan's got the ball. His puck is knocked down by Pat Hartigan, and at the expense of a 70, Pat throws himself for that shot and deflects the ball out over the end line. And I think Babs must have seen that particular one day he visited the Abbey. $70 for Tip. Seamus Hogan to take it. Anticipation now. The score 2-12 for Tip. 5-3 for Limerick. 18 points each as he sends it high, very high, but he has sent it wide. And a wide gets almost as loud a cheer as a score, but they're from different people, if you get the trend of what I mean. Puck out by Pat Hartigan. Pat standing way back now behind his goal. Up he comes. Throws up the ball and bang, out it comes now, dropping. 60 yards out from the Tipperary goal. Richie Bennett is in under it. Pulls on it, goes off somebody's stick, and there is a line ball 50 yards out from the Tipperary goal, and the umpire, the linesman has signalled a Limerick ball, and it's been taken by Bernie Hartigan. Bernie, socks down around his ankles, helmet, dark helmet on, green hoop around his hurley as he comes up now, takes a lovely swinging shot up towards the right. It's got now across by Ned Ray. A goal by Eamon Cregan. Ned Ray across the goal, and Eamon Cregan on the spot once again, crashing it in, and Limerick leads 6-3 to Tipperary's 2-12. Tadhg Murphy with the puck out. Ball blocked down there. Eamon Grimes going for it. Jimmy Crampton gets it. Jimmy's puck is blocked down. Sean Foley is in there, pulling, getting the ball out now to Bernie Hartigan. Bernie thundering his way up the field with the ball in his stick, then right-footed in towards Ned Ray. Ned Ray and John Kelly going for it, and there's a free for Limerick. 14 minutes gone in this second half. There's a free for Limerick for holding of Ned Ray there, and the gamble of putting Ned Ray in there full forward. This man from Effin, who has regularly played at full-back, playing at full forward today, and this gamble has certainly paid off. A free for Limerick, 21-yard line, dead straight in front of the goal. Richie Bennett to take it. What will he do? Will he try for the goal once again? Listen to the crowd. Chant, chant, chant. He tried for the goal, but it's blocked down. Jim Fogarty with the ball, brings it out over the end line for a 70. And there's plenty of drama packed into this game, and thank God it's young yet. This is one of these games that you don't look to see how much is left, but you look to see how much is gone. Sean Foley with the 70, bending, lifting, striking and sending it high, dropping right into the parallelogram. Up they go for it. Tig Murphy brings it down. He gets it out some way. It comes out this side of the field where it comes to Seamus Hogan. Seamus Hogan under pressure, and he's being chased. And he's still being chased. He's coming out near the sideline, and he gets the ball into the centre where running onto it on the far side is Francis Lucknan. And the whole scene of activity switched down now to the Limerick end. Inside the 50-yard line, Francis Lucknan sends a shot that's high, and it's gone over the bar. Francis Lucknan from way out on the far side, sending it over for a point to make the score now 6 goals and 3 points to 2 goals and 13 points. And there Jack Ryan is coming on the Limerick team, or the Tipperary team. Jack Ryan coming on the Tip team. Noel O'Dwyer is going back into defence. And who is going off? Jimmy Crampton is going off. Noel O'Dwyer gone back at right half back. Referee taking due note of the replacement as the puck out comes from Pat Hartigan. 6-3 to 2-13, Limerick leading. 21 points to 19. 2 points between them. This side of the field with the ball, Frankie Nolan out to the goal getting Eamon Cregan. Eamon Cregan a half shot across into the centre. Across comes Jim Fogarty, who's having one whale of a game for Tip. From the far side of the field he comes up towards Jack Ryan. Jack doesn't quite get it. In there is Bernie Hartigan. Bernie's puck is shortish. Seamus Hogan gets it. Seamus Hogan to Francis Lucknan. Francis going up the field. Jim O'Brien is after him. Francis has lost his hurley, but he palms the ball over the bar. But hold it. The referee had blown his whistle, and in all the din and all the excitement, we didn't hear the whistle. Who could? A free for Tipperary after Francis Lucknan, without hurley, went right through with that effort and tapped the ball over, but the referee had blown the whistle for the robbery of Francis Lucknan. That was the robbery, taking the hurley off him as he was starting his run. And people have led them by more than 2 points at a time like this in the second half and wonder what hit them in the end. But don't let anybody get the idea that Limerick are showing any signs of capitulation at this stage. Ball lifted by Seamus Hogan. Dropped in towards the goal, a shortish one, however. Scooped out a little way by Willie Moore. Bernie Hartigan with the ball in his hurley, back into his hand. A long shot over to the far side of the field. Running out for it over on the far side and getting it across this way, Moss Dowling. But waiting for it is Len Gaynor. Len Gaynor of Tip, out to John Flanagan of Tip. John's puck blocked down by Phil Bennett. Phil Bennett has the time to lift it onto his hurley. Gets it up towards his brother Richie. Richie is shaken off the ball there by Tig O'Connor. Tig O'Connor to Seamus Hogan, who takes a shot from the halfway line, but it has gone wide. And the score remains Limerick 6 goals and 3 points. That is 21 points, Tipperary 2-13. That's 19 points, a perilous 2-point lead. The stopwatch, well, it says 19 minutes gone in this second half. The first half of the second half is almost over. 40 minutes in each half. Line ball for Limerick. 45 yards out from the Tip goal, far side of the field, and Eamon Grimes, who certainly has been making hay from these line shots, standing back now to take this cut in. And he cuts it, another one, high, right across the goal mouth. Tig Murphy grabs it into his hand, and as Ned Ray comes thundering in after him, he clears the ball out over the sideline. Line ball for Limerick. Bernie Hartigan testing the string of the hurley first, now coming up to take the puck. He cuts it high. Dropping on the 14-yard line, Richie Bennett, a half-hearted effort to tap it over his head, and eventually a more wholehearted effort from one of the other half forwards, and the ball gone out over the end line and wide. In fact, it was from Frankie Nolan, one of the full forwards. And the fair-haired Tig Murphy, standing well back, a good 5 yards back behind the end line, runs up now and takes his puck out, which lands 50 yards from the Tip goal. Doubled on high in the air by Mick Rhodes to Babs Keating. Babs taps the ball down from the stick to his hand. His shot is blocked down. It comes back to Francis Lucknan. Francis is shot. Let's go. Oh, dear. It's gone about a yard. Not a yard. A foot wide of the right upright. And I don't think Seamus Hogan or many other people saw exactly where it went. The score remains Limerick 6-3, Tipperary 2-13. 2 points between them. Pat Hartigan standing way back. And the referee is having a swig of the magic bottle. He calls in from the sideline for a call to one of the, to Ozzie Bennett, in fact, who came in with the magic bottle to him. So now Ozzie's even treating the referees. From the puck out, the ball comes down to Richie Bennett. Richie Bennett out along the wing now to Liam O'Donoghue. Liam turns, sends a high ball into the goal mouth, and it has gone over the bar. But hold it once again. Tig Murphy is picking himself up off the ground in the back of the net. In fact, he hasn't started picking himself up yet. And the referee is having a word. He's calling over Ned Ray and John Kelly. That is Tipperary fullback John Kelly and Limerick full forward Ned Ray. He's laying the law down good and proper. And Tig Murphy is in position to take the puck out, but it is a point. The point has gone up on the number board, the scoreboard. The referee has written it down in his little notebook, and the score is Limerick 6 goals and 4 points. Tipperary 2 goals and 13. I'm just watching the referee that he does, and I think that there's going to be a change of goalkeeper. But Tig Murphy is taking the puck out anyway. Here comes Tig Murphy's puck out. Out to this side of the field. Jack Ryan going for it. Bernie Hartigan going for it. In there, Seamus Hogan. Liam O'Donoghue for Limerick. He boots it out over the sideline, and there's a line ball for Tip. "70 yards out from the Limerick goal, Seamus Hogan. Oh, a lovely cut right across it. Up goes Pat Hartigan. He misses it, and the ball goes to Roger Ryan. He's in front of the goal. The half of the treaty stone and everything else is between him and the goal, and there is a free in for Tipperary, but one of the forwards and one of the backs don't like the looks of one another up there at the moment. They exchanged a little bit more than pleasantries. And the referee having a word with a Limerick man, and I think he's going to have, the Limerick man is Jim O'Brien, and the Tipperary man that he's going over to is Roger Ryan. And both of them are going down into the little book. And I often wonder what happens to the names that go into this little book. It's not autographs he's collecting, that's for sure. The names are written. The scoreboard remains 6-4 for Limerick, 2-13 for Tip. The Limerick men are lined in the goal. Francis Lucknan is going to take the free. He bends, he lifts, he strikes, and he sends it over the bar for a point. Narrowing the gap, Francis Lucknan, who has scored the mighty score of 2 goals and 7 points for Tip, has registered that one to make the score now. Limerick 6 goals and 4 points. Tipperary 2 goals and 14. And that is 22 points to 20. 2 points between them once again. I'm just looking down behind the Tip goal now, and if that isn't Seamus Shitters waiting to come in. But Tig Murphy is still in the goal anyway, and switching eyesight back to the Limerick goal with Pat Hartigan taking the puck out and dropping the puck 40 yards out from the Tipperary goal. Nola Dwyer back in defence now with the ball on his stick and sending a long relieving attacking clearance. From way up the field, it goes to Babs Keegan's got in behind his man. Jim O'Brien has gone after Babs, way out on the far side of the field. Coming out with it now is Willie Moore. Willie Moore with it. And Willie sending it down the far side of the field under his Eamon Grimes. Gone back is Mick Roach. Mick Roach in his own 70 as the ball nicked off his stick there as he's going to hit it by Eamon Cregan, and there is a line ball. It's a line ball which a man from each side is ready, willing and anxious to take. The referee is calling over, it's a Tipperary ball, referee calling over somebody there for a moment. One of the, just moving a bit of a broken hurling away, that's what it was. Line ball for Tip to be taken by Noel O'Dwyer. Halfway line, cutting it high up the field. Francis Lucknan, who's really been a terrier today, but the terrier didn't wag his head this time as he sends it wide. And it is uncanny, the silence that falls as Francis Lucknan takes the shot. because the Limerick followers have got so accustomed to a shot by Francis Loughnane being a score that they cheer with delight when it isn't. He scored 2 goals and 7 points of the total of 214 of Tipperary. The puck out comes 50 yards out from the tip goal, and the referee has awarded a free to Tip from just that point. The score 214 to 6-4, and that translated into points is 22 points to 20, Limerick leading. Then Gaynor up along the wing here. Jack Ryan goes for it, but it goes off Tom Ryan's stick. That's the Limerick man's stick, and there is a free-in, or a line ball, I should say, for the Tip man taken by Seamus Hogan, the shortish one. Comes to Babs Keating. Babs Keating on the 21-yard line, trying to get into the centre now. The ball slips from his hand. He gets another shot at it. Sends it across into the centre where Sean Foley has it. And Sean Foley relieving out on the far side of the field. Out there is Jim Fogarty. Jim Fogarty for Tip. And Jim Fogarty way up the field. Ball pulled on there by Eamon Cregan and screwed off his stick. And it comes across to Babs Keating. Babs across into the centre to Seamus Hogan. Seamus Hogan gets inside his man. He's still going on. He takes a shot, and a great shot, and a great save. A great save by Seamus Hogan. He blocked that ball cold and then went out to the far side of the field to clear it out. But the clearance is a short one. Back comes Francis Loughnane, and Francis takes a shot in that hits the upright. That's the first bit of upright striking of the day, and it's Willie Moore who clears out for Limerick, out to the far side. Ball going near the sideline, and Limerick playing the wings, trying to keep the Tipperary men moving. Ball gone off Jim Fogarty out over the line, far side of the field. History says that, well, somebody said remember Limerick, and I'd say right now Limerick are remembering Cork, because Cork led Tip by more than this, with less than this left in the Munster semi-final. 6-4 to 2-14. That's the score, 2 points between them. As Eamon Grimes takes another shot in towards the goal. Blocked down. Goes out now to Tyg O'Connor. Tyg's puck blocked down by a Richie Bennett, whose attempted centre doesn't centre at all, but goes to Nolo Dwyer, and Nolo Dwyer for Tip way up the field where Sean Foley has it. Sean Foley on his own 70. A high ball in towards the Tipperary goal. Dropping ball. Sticks go up. The ball comes down along the wing. A shot by Willie Nolan. Blocked down somehow by John Gleeson. Ball goes out to the far side of the field. Jim Fogarty bringing it out. He's been harassed, tackled and beaten, all in the one stride by Eamon Grimes, who takes his shot, but Eamon has sent it wide. Score remains 6-4 for Limerick, 2-14 for Tip. And on our stopwatch, 29 of the 40 minutes gone. And the ball, you've guessed it, has gone into the crowd, and the ball has not, you've guessed it, come back. But another one, now they've got a supply coming in from the sideline. Two of them going in there, one will do, and Tyg Murphy has it, and Tyg Murphy is getting ready to take the puck out. Into the centre of the field, P.J. Ryan. Pulling on it, out to this side. Ryan's all round the place now. Jack Ryan goes for it, doesn't get it. Ball breaks loose to Len Gaynor. Len Gaynor up along the left wing. Ball tapped down by Babs Keating. Belts it into the ground, catches it as it comes up, takes a shot that's gone across the goal mouth, but this time it has gone wide. 6 goals and 4 points for Limerick. 2 goals and 14 points for Tipperary. 10 minutes left in the game. The last score of this game, well, it was in the 25th minute. We've had a lot of up and down hurling since then. Ball out to the far side of the field. Eamon Cregan without his helmet, but with the ball, far side of the field. In there with them, Eamon Grimes. In there, Mick Roach coming away with the ball. And Mick from 70 yards out sends a high ball way up the field. And Babs Keating grabs it on the 21. A low shot. It's got by Seamus Hogan. A shortish clearance comes out to Jack Flanagan. Another save. And the ball comes out this side to Jim O'Brien. And Jim O'Brien clears it out to this side of the field. I don't know who's king of Limerick, but it'll be Seamus Hogan if they win this one after those 2 saves at point-blank range. Oh, what excitement this is. Ball brought out eventually over the sideline for a line ball for Tip. 45 yards out from the Limerick goal. Seamus Hogan to take it. And in it goes, right into the goal mouth. Roger Ryan gets his hand up to it. Doesn't hold on to it. They're pulling in, they're pulling out. Roger Ryan and Pat Hartigan going for it together. And the referee blows his whistle and awards a free to tip. A free to tip on the 21-yard line. Francis Luckman. That's the name of the man from Roscrea. Will he try for a goal? If he gets a goal, Tip will lead by that 1 point. Or will he be satisfied at this stage to, as they say, quote, narrow the gap? And he has this strange habit of bending the spring of his hurley with his knee before he places the ball. He has it placed. He lifts it. He strikes it and he sends it over the bar for a point for Tip, narrowing the gap now to 1 point. Limerick, 6 goals and 4 points. Tipperary, 2 goals and 15 points. 32 minutes gone in the second half. Switches Jack Ryan, top of the right. John Flanagan, left half forward. That's a switch in the Tip team as Pat Hartigan takes the puck out. Richie Bennett in under it with Tig O'Connor. Breaks between them. Tig gets it up the field to Mick Roach. First time out to the right wing. Going out after it is Babs Keating. Jim O'Brien is out there. Jim O'Brien and Babs together. O'Brien has got the ball on his stick. Sends it down the far side of the field. And waiting for it as it drops down over there is P.J. Ryan. P.J. setting himself now a high ball from way out the far side. It goes in and it has gone wide. Once again, Pat Hartigan to take the puck out. This time he's coming over this side of the goal. 6 goals and 4 points for Limerick. That's 22 points. And 2 goals and 15. That's 21 for Tipperary. 1 point between them as the ball drops 50 yards out from the Tip goal. Richie Bennett is under it. Gets his stick to the ball. But you don't have time to dilly-dally out there. Mick Roach comes away with the ball from a situation of bootering there, and the referee blows his whistle and has awarded a free to Limerick to Tipperary from where the ball landed for a foul by Tom Ryan on Mick Roach as Mick Roach took a shot from out in the centre field. It was a charge just as Mick was hitting the ball, or in fact fractionally after. And now Francis Luckman testing the spring of the stick on his knee once and the second time. Now with his hand, looking to see that it's straight, placing the ball dead straight in front of the goal, a point for the equalizer. He bends, he lifts, he strikes, and there it is! Limerick, 6 goals and 4 points. Tipperary, 2-16, of which Francis Luckman scored 2 goals and 9. Listen to the crowd. Hartigan's puck out to this roar, this tumultuous roar. Downfield it comes. Eamon Cregan pulls on it, gets it away up the field. Gone across it, Frankie Nolan. Frankie Nolan across into the centre. He's trying to walk it into the goal. It's lifted up by Len Gaynor onto his stick. And Len, with typical coolness, clears the ball out into the centre of the field. And Francis Luckman breaking away. Luckman out to this side of the field now. Steadies himself. He sends it high. And there's the lead for Tip. 5 minutes left in the game, and Tip have taken the lead. Francis Luckman, 2-17 to 6-4. And Pat Hartigan standing way back now, and I think there's more switches in the Tip team. I see Donny Nealon in with the referee as Tipperary take the lead. I don't see any change in personnel, but we'll follow the play, and no doubt the new body will appear when The play goes on. Out comes the puck out. And this one drops 30 yards from the Tipperary goal. Eamon Cregan is going through. He's tripped and there's a free for Limerick. A free for Limerick. Richie Bennis to take it. Oh, Richie Bennis. 4 minutes left in the game. And the whole of Limerick praying that Richie Bennis sends this one over to make them level. And hurling fans likewise, I would say, as he sends it over for another point. And this is one game I wouldn't worry in the least, seeing all over again. Stopwatch, 4 minutes left of the game. Scoreboard, Limerick 6-5, Tipperary 2-17. That's 23 points each as Tide Murphy is getting ready to take the puck out. Here comes Tide with his puck way up the field, far side. Eamon Cregan gets there before Noel O'Dwyer. Eamon Cregan 70 yards out, steadies himself, sends a high one that's dropping into the goal mouth. Out comes Tide Murphy. He's got the ball in his hand. There's a free for Limerick. A free for Limerick. Tide Murphy under pressure. Got that ball in his hand, but the backs were holding onto the forwards. And there's a free for Limerick. Richie Bennis to take it. Dead straight in front of the goal. If he scores, Limerick lead by 1 point with 3 minutes left in the game. A wide stamp. He looks, he lifts, he strikes, and Limerick leads. No dilly-dally as Tide Murphy runs back now to take the puck out. Limerick 6-6. Tipperary 2-17, and this game is just about 2 minutes from the final whistle. Eamon Grimes brings the ball down. Richie Bennis beaten in the centre of the field. PJ Ryan with it, out to the far side of the field, going still up the field. Out comes Phil Bennis after him, but PJ Ryan keeps going. Ball up along the far wing. It's got now, and comes across into the centre. A shot that's blocked down. It comes loose to Babs Keating. Babs takes a shot into the goal mouth. It's got in there by Willie Moore, and Willie Moore out to the far side. Willie Moore gets it out to the far side while Sean Foley's got it. Sean Foley down the far side. It's Diddy Ryan who came on the field a few moments ago for Tip instead of Jack Ryan. He's playing top of the right. And now Jack Flanagan, 60 yards out, high, dropping over the bar, and they're level. The sides are level and the stopwatch says about a minute left in the game. Blow the whistle, referee. We want to see this again. 6-6 for the Limerick men and Tipperary 2-19. And the score level, 24 points each. 2-18. I said 2-19 down there a moment ago. 2-18 for Tip. With the crowd around the number board, with the scoreboard, you just can't see it. Ball out over the sideline here. Looking at the watch, the referee looking at his watch. We're doing the same. He's going to throw in the ball. The linesman's throwing in the ball just down in under. It goes to Richie Bennis. Richie Bennis going up along the right wing. He's on the 21-yard line. He sends it into the centre to Frankie Nolan. Frankie Nolan takes his shot. His shot is blocked down. Ball goes out the far side. Another shot by Ned Ray, blocked down. They're pulling in. They're pulling out. The ball comes out in the wing, and it's gone wide. It's a 70. A 70. Eamon Grimes took a shot that was deflected round the post by Tide Murphy for a 70, and I think this could well be the last puck of the game. The referee signalling back to the taker of the 70, Richie Bennis, the taker. The score, Limerick 6-16, 6-6, Limerick 6-6, Tipperary 2-18. Richie Bennett. There's somebody announcing something over the public address system, but nobody seems to care. Limerick have all moved up around the Tipperary goal. If Richie sends this one over the bar, well, they have won the Munster title. If he doesn't, well, we live to fight another day. Referee gone down into the parallelogram. Richie Bennett lifting, striking, sending the ball high, and sending it to the right. Goes over the bar. It's over the bar. It's a point. It's a point. And one of the umpire who put up the white flag, has been struck. The game is over. The game is over. And Limerick are Munster champions. Oh, what a game. What a game. What a game. Limerick 6 goals and 7 points. Tipperary 2 goals and 18. The ball went in from Richie Bennett. The umpire stood back. He was standing well back, looked up at the ball. All the Tipperary backs waved wide, who wouldn't, and the umpire came over, waved the flag, and the point signal put Limerick in front. Somebody down there in that goal struck the umpire, but just how bad the striking was, I don't know. I do not see him in any kind of trouble. In fact, to be honest, in the crowd that's out there in the field, I do not see him. I have one regret about this game today, that anybody won it, because this was one of those games that we would so have loved to have seen once again. The Limerick men coming off this side of the field, and with them the Tipperary men with their arms around them. Limerick have been coming and hurling. And, well, they have arrived today winning this Munster title by 1 point in as dramatic, as exciting a hurling game as I have ever seen, and God knows probably, well, will ever see. This was really out of some book that nobody had ever written in the past. And so Limerick, after all these years of coming back, finding the doors shut against them, they've come back today, and they have won their first Munster title since 1955. And Tipperary, well, what of Tip? Tip went down like the great battlers that they are. They really and truly are one of the great battlers. They were stone cold for a long time in this game, but one always had the feeling that they looked like coming back. They did come back, and they figured in the most exciting finish that ever was. The winning score, Richie Bennett scored a goal and 5 for the Limerick men. And he got the winning score, and he twice levelled the game in that second half for the Limerick men. Of course, Francis O'Connor, 2 goals and 10 points, doubles the score of Richie Bennett. And how can any man score 2 goals and 10 points in a game and not be on the winning team? That's what Francis O'Connor, no doubt, is wondering. Listen to that crowd. Listen to them roar and cheer. This is excitement that one so very seldom sees. And let's say just one more thing about the game. The late Paddy Leahy had a habit of saying whenever Tipperary were beaten that it was all for the good of the game. And let's face it, this win for Limerick today was just that. 2 of them going in there, one will do, and Tig Murphy has it, and Tig Murphy is getting ready to take the puck out. Into the centre of the field, P.J. Ryan. Pulling on it, out to this side. Ryan's all round the place now. Jack Ryan goes for it, doesn't get it. Ball breaks loose to Len Gaynor. Len Gaynor up along the left wing. Ball tapped down by Babs Keating. Belts it into the ground. Catches it as it comes up. Takes a shot that's gone across the goal mouth. But this time it has gone wide. 6 goals and 4 points for Limerick. 2 goals and 14 points for Tipperary. 10 minutes left in the game. The last score of this game, well, it was in the 25th minute. We've had a lot of up and down hurling since then. Ball out to the far side of the field. Eamon Cregan without his helmet, but with the ball. Far side of the field. In there with them, Eamon Grimes. In there, Mick Roach coming away with the ball. And Mick from 70 yards out sends a high ball way up the field. And Bob Keating grabs it on the 21. A low shot. It's got by Seamus Horgan. A shortish clearance comes out to Jack Flanagan. Another save. And the ball comes out this side to Jim O'Brien. And Jim O'Brien clears it out to this side of the field. I don't know who's king of Limerick, but it'll be Seamus Horgan if they win this one after those two saves at point blank range. Oh, what excitement this is. Ball brought out eventually over the sideline for a line ball for tip. 45 yards out from the Limerick goal. Seamus Hogan to take it. And in it goes, right into the goal mouth. Roger Ryan gets his hand up to it. Doesn't hold on to it. They're pulling in, they're pulling out. Roger Ryan and Pat Hartigan going for it together, and the referee blows his whistle and awards a free to tip. A free to tip on the 21-yard line. Francis Luckman. That's the name of the man from Rossgrave. Will he try for a goal? If he gets a goal, Tip will lead by that 1 point. Or will he be satisfied at this stage to, as they say, quote, narrow the gap? And he has this strange habit of bending the spring of his hurley with his knee before he places the ball. He has it placed. He lifts it. He strikes it and he sends it over the bar for a point for Tip, narrowing the gap now to 1 point. Limerick, 6 goals and 4 points. Tipperary, 2 goals and 15 points. From the final whistle, Eamon Grimes brings the ball down. Richie Bennis beaten in the centre of the field. P.J. Ryan with it, out to the far side of the field. Going still up the field. Out comes Phil Bennis after him. But P.J. Ryan keeps going. Ball up along the far wing. It's got now. And comes across into the centre. A shot that's blocked down. It comes loose to Bab Keating. Bab takes a shot into the goal mouth. It's got in there by Willie Nolan. Willie Moore. And Willie Moore out to the far side. Willie Moore gets it out to the far side where Sean Foley's got it. Sean Foley down the far side. It's Sidney Ryan who came on the field a few moments ago for Tip instead of Jack Ryan. He's playing top of the right. And now Jack Flanagan, 60 yards out, high, dropping over the bar, and they're level. The sides are level and the stopwatch says about a minute left in the game. Blow the whistle, referee. We want to see this again. 6-6 for the Limerick men and Tipperary 2-19. And the score level, 24 points each. 2-18. I said 2-19 down there a moment ago. 2-18 for Tip. With the crowd around the number board, the scoreboard, you just can't see it. Ball out over the sideline here, looking at the watch. The referee looking at his watch. We're doing the same. He's going to throw in the ball. The linesman throwing in the ball just down in under it. It goes to Ricky Bennis. Ricky Bennis going up along the right wing. He's on the 21-yard line. He sends it into the centre to Frankie Nolan. Frankie Nolan takes the shot. The shot is blocked down. Ball goes out the far side. Another shot by Ned Ray, blocked down. They're pulling in. They're pulling out. The ball comes out in the wing, and it's gone wide. It's a 70. It's 70. Eamon Grimes took a shot that was deflected round the post by Clyde Murphy for a 70, and I think this could well be the last puck of the game. The referee signalling back to the taker of the 70, Micheál Bennis, the taker. The score, Limerick 6-16, 6-6, Limerick 6-6, Tipperary 2-18. Micheál Bennis. There's somebody announcing something over the public address system, but nobody seems to care. Limerick have all moved up around the Tipperary goal. If Richie sends this one over the bar, well, they have won the Munster title. If he doesn't, well, we live to fight another day. Referee gone down into the parallelogram. Micheál Bennis lifting, striking, sending the ball high, and sending it to the right. Goes over the bar. It's over the bar. It's a point. It's a point. And one of the umpire who put up the white flag, has been struck. The game is over. The game is over. And Limerick are Munster champions. Durham game. What a game, what a game. Limerick 6 goals and 7 points. Tipperary 2 goals and 18. The ball went in from Richie Bennett. The umpire stood back. He was standing well back, looked up at the ball. All the Tipperary backs waved wide, who wouldn't? And the umpire came over, waved the flag, and the point signal put Limerick in front. Somebody down there in that goal struck the umpire, but just how bad the striking was, I don't know. I do not see him in any kind of trouble. In fact, to be honest, in the crowd that's out there on the field, I do not see him. I have one regret about this game today, that anybody won it, because this was one of those games that we would so have loved to have seen once again.